Yo! Video games.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Y'all ready?
I would maybe change the white background, just critique.
I wanted to, but white is so much easier. You know, like, so no matter what's going on over here, it contrasts well with white. And so if it's a little dark in the room, the white brings up, like, it brings out the whites in the light areas, the highlights, so it's just easier.
Maybe give it like a really light grayscale pattern, like an artwork or something.
That is not a bad idea.
Just to help fill in some of that blank space. Arts! We're doing
Arts!
All right.
If you've ever wondered how film sets work on Assist Me, that was it. Right there, that's it.
Maybe we should do this. I don't know. Maybe we should do that. Hey, that's not a bad idea. Let's do that, guys. Let's just get it done.
Let's do that.
So, Mike, I
mean, it's 4
understand-
p.m. and we haven't filled anything yet.
I understand something here, Mike. What do you
want to understand?
You come down from man mode for Twilight Princess, but how come we didn't do this for Wind Waker HD?
Number one, I didn't know that we did a man mode for Wind Waker HD. Number two, I still wouldn't have come down.
We didn't.
Because Wind Waker is not a good game.
Oh.
Metrosexual man mode, he says.
There are things in Wind Waker that are good, namely the soundtrack,
Yeah.
namely Ganondorf's characterization.
Yes.
They actually did a very thought-out depiction of Ganondorf in that game.
Mm-hmm.
And even, to some extent, the usage of items as with multi-functionality. Like when you're on the boat, you can use the hook shot as a
Wait, hold there.
thing to hook up treasure and stuff.
Now man mode, fucking activate. Engaged. Whatever, fuck the...
Stretching my jacket.
There we go. So many dongs in that room. There's 3 dongs. Very big dongs, but
There were
3.
some cool elements with the item use in Wind Waker, and literally everything else about that game is a fucking train wreck. The graphics are a train wreck. The general gameplay with the ship that goes
I just
all
don't like the
over a
ship.
big,
That was the only part I didn't like.
vacant ocean train wreck.
Yeah.
Boss fights are uninspired.
Put your ginger beer here. That turns out to be an antique table.
It's just now. Are we reading this one aloud?
No.
Okay.
There's way too much text in this game.
Tell me.
You know, it's funny. I was just thinking about this game, like, and all the build up. And
Life Virus
discussions,
has got it.
Yeah.
All the talks that we had, like, before it came out, when we were trying to piece together stuff, and
Yeah.
I was thinking about Link's costume because obviously I'm the costume guy.
Yeah.
And I remembered how, like, when we first saw Link in this outfit, we were looking at, like, that traditional green sleeve he's got, and you proposed this theory where it's like maybe you collect parts of a total green tunic, like, throughout the game until eventually you have a more traditional Link look. And I was like, you know, that would have been kind of cool, actually, as opposed to they're just suddenly dropping you into the green tunic.
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
Although I actually did like it because they're like, oh, this was the garb of the hero, where it was like referencing all the shit that actually happened in Ocarina of Time.
That's also true.
It wasn't just kind of like a lot of other Zelda games where just you're either just wearing it by default or there's like no, because Ocarina was like the starting point of the series.
Well, yeah, and it was
at the time
it was the Kokiri outfit more or less.
You know, so that was like the starting point. I mean,
Yeah.
then again, it changed when Skyward Sword. Now it's like the Knights of Hyrule, the Avian, whatever.
Nothing before Ocarina of Time in the timeline is canon.
Link got a daddy? What the fuck?
I forgot to I totally forgot to bring the Hyrule Historia with me.
None of it's canon. Doesn't matter.
No,
If it happens before Ocarina of Time, it's not canon.
Actually, you know, before I forget about it, there was a retrospective series they did with Anuma and a couple of the other people involved in the original game, because this is not made by Nintendo, this version of the game. And Anuma was saying that the new Zelda is using Twilight Princess as a base for the next one. Like the things they like a lot. I'm taking
What's up,
that.
Johnny J?
I'm taking that to mean the giant the open worldness or
Right.
like the horse riding aspect, stuff like that. But I'm kind of
also
glad
need the same
about that
timeline.
because Skyward Sword was a giant fucking mistake, and it further feeds into my hatred for Flagship and everything they did and everything they've come to do.
They did okay on things that were not games. Things that were just like supplemental stories, they did okay.
But the writing is so bad in Skyward Sword.
Well, I can't speak for the writing in Skyward Sword.
Then again, it was
because I knew it was.
well.
a bad
I mean,
game
it was
when I played
it was
the demo.
literally written in a day, like literally a day. They flat out, the director of that game said, "I took a sick day, went home and wrote the whole fucking script out in one day, then gave it to Anuma the next."
How is that ever a bad like? How is that ever not recognized as a bad idea?
Because honestly, a lot of the times the Nintendo doesn't care that much about story in Zelda games. Like some people do, but it's never like, I don't know, usually not a priority.
It's a pretty fucking game.
It really is. I don't know why they made this game so beautiful and then immediately stopped making good-looking Zelda games.
The game does definitely look a lot better in person than it does, like, because I jumped into Runebee's stream last night because she was playing it, and I'm like, I've always been sort of really critical.
Well, the color is downplayed in the...
Yeah. I've always been really critical of this port of the game because it felt like Nintendo just really didn't care about it at all. They handed it off to like a Z-tier Australian developer to do it. But it's like the stuff still shines through enough, I think. But yeah, it's
and sans maybe a few ground textures though, you can see the change in resolution. We're looking at it at a high resolution right now, and it looks smooth.
Here,
like it looks nice.
I think well, we're watching it on 1080p and it gets downscaled to 720
friend
by the Elgato. So, and I stream at 720 because there's just no one will be able to fucking load 1080.
Yeah, that's what I do. I do 720. There's almost no visual change to it.
It says we've got 44 viewers, but we actually have 116.
Holy shit, that's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Fucking great.
The one bad thing about this is that people scrolling through only think I have 44 viewers on Twitch, but we have 116. Not that it makes a huge difference, but...
Oh god, this guy.
Fun fact, this game on normal difficulty returns Link to being left-handed like he was in GameCube version. So on hardest difficulty, he's right-handed like the Wii version.
This is basically Wii version right here, which is fine because I've beaten both of them.
Did you already put the amiibos on it, or
no?
Is that later?
Actually, I don't know. I'm not in any part of the game where I can lose damage, as far as I'm aware. So
no, you're in the tutorial section. This game, my only complaint about this game is how fucking long the tutorial section is.
They trimmed some stuff out on the HD version.
Really?
Remember how you catch a fish?
Oh, cool.
Then catch another fish.
Yeah.
Now it says 97.
Like stuff. It's stuff like that.
Still,
there's less light bugs.
That's good. Because the light bugs part, I was like, oh my god, I gotta do all this bullshit just to get to the fun fucking part of the game.
Yeah.
But it's not terrible because at least they are advancing the plot somewhat throughout that time, but like, there's all the shit where you have to go learn how to fight with the kids and stuff, and I'm like, a lot of this, it's stuff that you already know as a gamer.
Yeah.
Like, you hit this button to attack. Just a single line of text on the screen will tell you that.
I don't know. If you're new to gaming, because Zelda, I feel like, draws in a lot of new gamers.
Maybe.
Because a lot of the people that I know that got into gaming because of Zelda.
Right.
Although I want to say, I really like the costumes on Zelda compared to the other Zeldas I've played. I like the costumes a lot.
There's a lot of layers, too. A lot of layers, a lot of color contrast.
Oh yeah, you like layers.
I do like layers. Layers are fucking great.
Yeah, I'm not shitting on it. I agree with you. I'm just...
When it comes to costume design, yeah, I love layers. This one, at times, I think the costume design in this game goes a little overboard, but at the same time, I really like that it gives every kind of town, every culture, a unique sense of culture. Like, the people in the Ordon village do not look like they belong in Hyrule Castletown, and vice versa. Hyrule Castletown has more of like a traditional Renaissance look, whereas the people in Ordon have this kind of interesting, sort of feudal Japan-inspired look with their obies and their belts and stuff like that.
Okay.
So it's, and it's not like in your face either. Like, you kind of look at Link's costume right now and go, why does he have this sash? Why does he have this belt? And like, you don't need to think of whys for every part of the costume design, in my opinion.
I think it's for their backs and stuff because they're doing a lot of ranch work and stuff.
Yeah, you could say it's part of support. You could say it's a ceremonial thing. Whatever. But the thing is that it differentiates the cultures between Ordon and Castletown, which is cool.
Like when we're looking at right here, not so much there, but like it's still a really pretty game, I think.
Oh yeah. No, the use of color, like people say that Twilight Princess was dark and like subdued, and it at times is, but like you look here, there's a lot of vibrancy in the color palette. It doesn't look like Skyrim,
Miles,
or any of the.
This is my first and most favorite Zelda game. See, new game to the new Zelda. Granted, you're right. Gamers would get that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's like you see a lot of vibrancy in the color palette here. It doesn't look like Skyrim or any of like the grittier, realistic RPGs that Simmons fucking hates.
Yeah.
But like, it's not a dark and ugly game at all. It's beautiful.
Well, the thing about it is, like, we call it gritty and realistic, but the truth of the matter is the world has shitloads of color in it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, just fucking sepia toning something shouldn't be what makes it gritty and realistic.
No.
And I feel like Bethesda does that a lot when they want to make it gritty and realism. They fucking just throw a tone over it, and they're like, "Oh, look, it's subdued colors."
Well, actually, depending on how much you play Skyrim, though, like
There's
not to
part
offshoot too much.
yeah.
It depends on what region of Skyrim you're in. There's parts of Skyrim that are vibrant
I really
green.
like Skyrim. Like I have no problems with Skyrim.
There's parts that are gray, which is like, no shit, you're in a tundra. But
Yeah.
then there's parts where you're in like a forest.
I was talking mostly about Fallout because I know
Things
like Fallout,
yeah.
it's
It's got
post-apocalyptic,
that
so they just like
Terminator Salvation color
Yeah.
tone.
it's a fucking
Zack Snyder
silver.
was here.
Yeah. Would you guys prefer gender choice to be a thing in Zelda and X, or let Link'll have her own game?
I don't
make it
think
good.
that it should be necessarily a player choice just for the sake of making the story
makes
canon.
sense, yeah.
But I
But
think that it should be
so-
something where if you made
yeah.
a game with a female Link, that should not be a problem.
I don't think the story in any Zelda game has ever been reliant on Link being a man.
No.
No, well, I mean,
Except for Ocarina of Time, because he has to procreate with Malon. That's why his ancestor is a farmhand.
Yeah, it's true.
People
But
can
that
ship
was
Link and Zelda all
yeah,
they
but that's
want,
like
they
done
will
after.
never-
That's done after the fact. Like that game's already done and made, and this is
Yeah,
already
yeah,
done
no,
and made.
exactly.
It's like when you make a new game in a new setting or whatever. You
it could
don't,
totally be a female Link. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason not.
Yeah,
to.
that doesn't bother me at all.
I don't think it should be player choice though, just for the sake of. I like some semblance of like strict continuity,
Yeah.
and
I don't see why. I think it should be a choice. I think choice is always good. Looking
well,
at like something like Saints Row 4, it's like, yeah, you can easily do this.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It depends on like what type of story you're going for. If you're actually
Yeah.
trying to have a coherent story, which, to be fair, most Zeldas don't. Not really. Like they don't hit like a super coherent story. So I guess it doesn't matter in that sense. But for consistency's sake, yeah, I think it would be better if they decided for you on that one. Because this isn't that style of RPG where you've got. If you could like create your character rather than just choose gender, if you
Yeah.
only choose gender, I think it's a pointless choice
right.
to the story anyway. But if you're creating what your guy looks like, then yeah, I think you should be able to choose
Oh yeah,
gender.
then yeah, give him full
Yeah.
control. But
And I'll even
ultimately,
admit
I
maybe
have
you should
no
be able
issue
to
with a
choose
female
boob
Link.
size.
Yeah.
Not,
Ultimately, I have no
Nintendo
issue.
has their way.
Ultimately, I have no issues with a female Link
I don't know why anyone would really. I don't know, just-
because
if it's a new game, if they were like, "Oh, we're re-releasing Ocarina of Time, but it's female Link if
yeah,
you want
that
it,"
would be stupid.
get the fuck out of here.
That would be pointless. I don't believe in going back and changing a character's gender or race just to satisfy somebody's need for variety.
Yeah.
But I think you should tell new stories with new types of characters more than anything. That's kind of where I stand on it.
I agree.
If the next Zelda game turns out that Link in the cloak and whatnot is actually female, I'd be like, cool.
Do you
Yeah, I don't think that's a problem at all if the new Link is a female.
do you think Link is reincarnated each time, or is it ancestors?
No, it's ancestral.
Yeah, that's what I always thought, but I know there's a big argument. though.
It's pretty much laid out for you in this game, though.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, Skyward Sword added some new stuff to the canon, though, didn't it? In terms of that.
Kind of. It's implied in a lot of Zelda games that like a hero will rise regardless, because it's like you're not blood related in Link to the Past, because that guy's dead.
Because in A Link to the Past, you're descended from one of the knights, or the bloodline of the
Yeah,
knights, or
it's the
something
Blood of the
like
Knights.
that.
It's more just like it's a fail-safe for the Triforce. If it's
Yeah.
split up like that, someone will be chosen to basically take up the mantle.
But like
Link
this
has
Link,
a sex dungeon? Fucking of course, he's the hero of time.
this Link is a direct blood descendant from Hero of Time.
Okay.
This guy is a
Yeah.
direct fucking descendant of Hero of Time.
Yeah. If you guys are wondering about that, it's the Link that we have in Assist Me is Hero
Hey,
of
girl
Time
Draco.
Link,
Yeah.
aka Link from Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask.
I also
All grown
like
up.
that they made this Link muscular.
Oh yeah, he's a farmhand.
Oh, you'll
Yeah.
see when we get to
Actually,
shirtless Link.
adult-
He's toned.
Adult Ocarina of Time is pretty jacked. Like when you really look at it, he's short, but he's jacked.
Yeah, but they didn't try to put anything into him. They
'cause
just kind of like
he's wearing full clothing, but like you look at like the size of his arms and legs.
But like imagine if like he was Skyrim jacked. Like he looked like a dude that was going to swing some shit. Like,
Well, he's also like 17.
like he could punch a horse.
He's like 17 in the game. Granted,
No,
this
yeah,
Link
no, I
is
know.
also young. But it's like they're... If you ever look at a picture of like The Rock when he's like 15 and he looks like he could kick my ass now.
Yeah.
Like I'm 30 and The Rock at 15 would whoop my ass all over the place.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like
that's kind of what Link looks like.
One thing that I've always had kind of, not really a problem with, just kind of like it's always been odd to me, is like Japanese love effeminate heroes. And like just once I'd like them to make a masculine hero. Like they make masculine side characters all the time, but they like effeminate heroes, and I don't know why.
Well, it's because their characters are always, and like JRPGs are almost always very young.
Yeah.
You have to remember
that's true.
And I mean, for the most part, when you're a teenager, you are not muscularly filled out. There are the exceptions, but you're not going to be like built like a man yet. You don't really fill out till your mid-20s.
You could still be an athlete, though.
This is true. But even in most cases, an athletic teenager doesn't look like a man yet.
No, that's true.
They look fit, but they're not going to be broad and built yet. And sometimes there's that weird 15-year-old who's enormous, like The Rock.
Good job, Bird. I had a buddy in high school that was just like, you fucking beast. Like he was on the wrestling team and the football team.
You, sir, are descended from Swedish Vikings.
Yeah. Oh, he's a Mexican dude. He's a Mexican dude, but
Swedish-Mexican Vikings.
He had no Mexican features, but he had dark skin and like straight plate hair. Like it was crazy. But like he was on the wrestling team, and he had people literally just forfeit when they got in the ring. They'd get in the ring, look at him for a second, be like, "No, fuck all that." like he's a beast, and now he does like jujitsu and shit. And you see him, and he's just this fucking stacked dude, and he doesn't look like he's got a bunch of useless muscle. No, every bit of muscle on that dude is for kicking ass. Scary looking dude.
Yeah, you'll see Ocarina of Time Link is in this game later on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, as what? The
hero shade. The Spectre.
Yeah.
The Spectre that teaches you sword fighting techniques. When this game came out, was always like everybody believed it was probably Ocarina of Time Link's ghost, but the Hyrule Historia confirmed it outright.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Just straight up.
Yeah, I'm on the cover now.
Yeah. And the whole thing with my Link having an eye patch is a reference to that Link, because that ghost is missing its right eye.
Where is he?
He is right there.
Oh, that's him?
Yeah. He's also enormous. He's like 8 feet tall in this game.
Damn.
Which is weird.
But I'm a legend in HD.
I kind of took that as like, now he's a spectral creature. He's not going to be bound to any realistic size shit. He's huge.
Give Link boobs and he just becomes an athletic woman. Fair? Fair? I don't know why they're obsessed with long sideburns in Japan, too. Like, they fucking love them. They love that shit so much. Like, dude could have, like, no hair, but he'd have long sideburns.
just patches that are, like, 9 inches long.
Like, he had a long, curly Q fucking sideburns. I'm really impressed with how good this game looks.
That's pretty.
I always thought it was weird. You know how people get pissy about grass clipping? You ever heard about that? Like,
Not really,
why
because
does
I
the
don't pay
grass
attention
clip
to people
through this?
complaining
Like,
about shit like that.
It's like, why does the grass clip through here? And I was like, oh, fuck you. Just get over it. Like, you know, it's not that big of a deal.
I was like, well, number one, engines are still something that, we're working out kinks in.
Yeah, and it's like they
scale.
could get it so that the grass doesn't clip, but
Yeah,
it
but
would
the processing
sacrifice all
power,
the other shit.
The processing power it takes to make every
You wouldn't be able to
fucking-
fish in the game anymore.
Yeah. The processing power it takes. You don't understand, motherfuckers. Like,
Oh, yeah, no, it's like
everything
right
comes in
there.
a costing program.
It's just one fish now.
That's good.
Oh, cool.
But like, yeah, it's like you have to do this. You have to go teach the kids or learn from the kids how to use a stick, how to use a slingshot.
Yeah.
Then you have to go find an opponent. Then you have to get knocked the fuck out. Then you have to,
Well,
wake
as long
up
as
the
it's
wolf.
fun, though, I don't really...
It's not.
It
that
just
it's
feels
not
like it drags.
fun. You know what it is? Is that on a replay? It's,
it fucking...
yeah, it's a drag on a replay. See, in Ocarina of Time, the game didn't devote a point to teach you how to use your sword. When you pick up your
There's the
sword,
Kokiri training ground, which you don't.
entirely optional. So it's like the game
Wind Waker,
gives
you
you
have
the
to fight
sword.
that old...
Granted, there's a
Pooch.
lot
Yeah.
more to the combat in this game. Well, not at the start, not the part they're teaching.
At the
you.
start, they teach you every single fucking thing you can do with the sword.
Yeah.
And it's like in Ocarina of Time, you get the sword. It says press B to swing your sword,
Yeah.
and that's it. And, and that's all you need. Everything else is gonna.
And then, like, later on, it'll tell you, like, hold B to charge a
it tells
swing
you
attack.
as you learn it.
Yeah.
But like it will tell in this game, it's like press B sideways to do a horizontal slash. Press B by itself to do a vertical slice. Press B this way to do that. Press this to do a jump attack. It's like, holy shit, I'll get that. I'll get that by playing the game. Thank you very much. I mean, the game is not that hard.
Wait, bush or no bush?
Her?
Yeah.
Oh, bush.
Bush for days.
Bush
So
to her
much
knees.
bush to her knees. Like she shaves the outside of her legs, but in her thigh, all the way up, just bush.
Big old triangle patches. Gross.
It's so gross.
It's
Did
so
you
that
see our
if you're a
bush or no bush
clean-shaven
yesterday?
man, you can grip on.
It's something to hold on to while she's just bouncing. She likes to do bridges.
What do you think the long sideburns are for? The women who shave. That's what. You can see that Simmons is working on that right now. Simmons, are you dating a woman who shaves?
Me? No.
Yeah. You don't want to slip out of there. That's why you got to have those jawline chops.
Run away!
Jesus Christ, what the
fucking bee?
Why wouldn't we do something about this clear hostile infestation?
I fear no man, but
They're
bees.
still after you.
I fear bees. We're gonna... Just a diaper of bush. Jesus fuck. Old man neckbeard. Greatest name I've seen so far. It's the Triforce. I gotta call out my mods. Ace, thank you. Is Audio Dragon in here too? Audio Dragon, if you are, thank you. We are at 219 viewers. Thanks,
Holy
guys.
shit,
Thanks for
that's
stopping
fucking
in.
great.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Why don't you ever tweet out my stream, Simmons? You're the one with the big Twitter following.
Because you played fucking dumb shit.
I do not play dumb shit. I play fucking
Actually-
Undertale and Shovel
I
Knight.
have no idea what you play, actually.
You fucking cockknocker.
I have no idea what you play. I honestly don't.
Sims is Twitch famous.
Usually because I'm fucking busy. Or-
Shout out your Twitter now. Shout out your Twitter and your...
I could, if you guys want to follow me, I'm at Wesker Assist Me on Twitter. And on
And
Twitch,
check out-
I'm
check out Twitch,
cosplaying. I don't play as consistently as you guys. That's my only problem. Because I have a job where, okay, so I go to my work, and like in the middle of the day, I'll send out a Twitter. I'm like, I can't wait to stream with you guys. So it's gonna be so much fun. And then
By
like,
the end
I
of the day,
get-
you're like,
I
I'm
get,
dead
I get
inside.
like completely dicked because I'm a lumberjack, and so my work is just fucking hard. Like Andrew goes to the gym, and it shows.
Yeah.
I don't go to the gym because I would die. But I'll come home from work and be like, oh, fuck these people. I'm not doing shit.
is that?
I'm going to bed.
What is that, there's... I can't remember the name of the weightlifter, but like some guy was all like, oh, you know, I would go to the gym as much as you, but I gotta work, or blah, blah, blah. And like the guy was a construction worker, so it's like, you know, he still had muscle on him.
Yeah.
But like the guy was like, yeah, I don't lift weights because it makes me tired. I don't run because it's heavy.
At least he's honest. You can be honest and be unfit.
Yeah.
It's fine. As long as you're not one of those guys who's like, I don't want to get too big. It's like, you're not at all.
It would be cool if you
God,
guys
these
did another
fucking kids.
episode of Smash Me, Assist Me. We're working on it, guys.
Someday.
It'll
come out right after Morgan.
The three of us... The three of us have...
That was funny.
have
Simmons
really
all pissed.
stupid schedules. We're all working really hard to try and like match up because we really love doing those things. They're really fun.
They're all right.
They're
they're
fun.
fun.
They're fun to do. They're fun to do them now because we plan out more ahead, and then when we get there, we still do a lot of winging it when we get there on day.
Well,
but like we have
I
like
always thought they were fun.
yeah, they
Even when
were
they were hectic.
they were always fun. Like
Jackets come off.
do it. So I told you it was gonna get hot as balls in here. I tried to warn you.
But my jacket is really cool looking.
No, it'll be. I like weightlifting. What's up, Lady Spitfire? Well, you're Scottish. You invented weightlifting.
It's
just
called,
a tree.
It's called Caber,
The Scottish
It's called
game.
Caber Tossin.
Oh,
we're gonna toast the Cabers and go play some golf. Scottish. Scottish
like
thing.
pain.
They invented those because they hate themselves.
The Irish invented drinking to deal with the Scottish games.
The Irish had that like crazy sci-fi culture as seen in Family Guy, and then they invented beer, and they all just fought and threw it all down the drain. That was like one of my favorite Family Guy gags.
That's a cool looking sword. It's like a gladius.
It's just wood. It's a stick.
I know,
It's a
but
stick
it's
with
like.
duct tape.
But no, but I mean, it's shaped like a gladius a little bit. It's cool.
The fuck?
Thank you, Mayhem.
Lance Corporal Mayhem.
Is that Lance Corporal? That's Lance
So
Corporal.
LCL probably Lance.
Well,
Corporal.
you gotta have a P in there. LCAPL.
Well, what if you were just lazy and Or maybe you broke your key.
Well, that's why he's a Lance Corporal. Lance Corporal, he knows he's never going to go higher than that. So
Lance Corporal for life.
Terminal fucking Lance.
Maybe it means...
The stupid amount of stuff I know about the military.
I got nothing. I have no idea what else LCL might mean.
Maybe it's his crew. I've got Mike's social media. What's up, Audio Dragon? I definitely gave you a shout out. Sticks are the best swords, though.
This fucking kid.
You're right, dude.
With his unfinished eyebrows.
Holy shit. That kid looks like an alien.
Well, he's like 3 years old.
Yeah, kill it
He's like
with
3
fire.
years old, and he's smarter than the other kids.
Kill it
It's
with
kinda
fire.
great.
It's a demon.
Meanwhile, the girl's going through a puberty crush on Link, and it's really uncomfortable for everyone.
Which one's the girl?
the one that is clearly a girl.
Which one's the girl? That kid is an alien.
Andrew's gender confusion has really made for some weird situations.
Lady Spitfire is like, and the Irish are our allies. Goddamn right, we do all the drinking, you do all the fighting. Lady Spitfire is like, I fucking hate golf.
Lance Colonel, is that a thing? You can't just make up ranks, Crownless King.
Lance Colonel. I like
You can't
Colonel.
just throw words together and assume it means something. Now I gotta go fix the...
I am
what's
gonna
it called?
try.
Gotta,
Time to amoeb.
Gotta go fix the
Yeah.
macro universe.
Fucking
Thank you.
assist me episode and kills. But yeah, thank you so much.
Watch out, Larry Wester is next to you.
It's not daily. It's every week, Wednesday. It's released every Wednesday morning. It uploads to the server around 3 a.m. and it's usually like it comes out probably around 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. But actually, there's East Coasters in here that listen, so they might know exactly what time it's up for them. If you subscribe, it'll download immediately the moment it goes up.
Simmons, is it just me or did they make Trent more white?
Trent?
Yeah.
No.
Maybe it's just the lighting in the HD version.
I did just
brings
light
out
that
more.
campfire on.
Because that guy looks so much like Trent.
Yeah.
Stupid question. Is
Trent
the
got really
autofocusing on the mic?
That's the thing about autofocus, is it tracks
It
motion.
fucks you.
Dude, I'm telling you, it will look fine if you set the focal range to here, even if you move forward or backward a little bit. Just play with it a little bit. You'll probably like it more. I turned off my autofocus and I did not go.
Where did you go to turn off the autofocus?
Bring that up to like this menu, this window, and I'll be able to see a little better. Okay. Options possibly actually, the bottom. Okay, go to advanced settings.
Autofocus, turn it
You,
off.
you can turn it off right there, and then you can adjust it manually.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
But yeah, you can mess all kinds of stuff here. Like
Oh, fuck yeah.
I
This
turned
is
off.
awesome.
I turned off right light entirely because it's not actually bad in here, but on mine.
In yours, it turns.
It blew me out. Like it made me glow. I turned off right light. I turned off autofocus. The rest of the stuff I pretty much left alone. But like you can do all that. You can play with it like that, and you're probably going to be happier once the autofocus is off.
Where did you go to turn the focus up? Right here?
Yeah, you can adjust it right there, and it'll stay there. So,
No, that's fucking super out of focus.
I mean, generally speaking...
Oh, I'm gonna turn it all to focus. So there we go. Okay.
Yeah. Generally speaking, if you set it to one point where you're more or less always at, like, your little subtle motions like this are not going to look out of focus, and
I just turned everything to
any
focus.
errant
so-
motion is not going to fuck with the camera's autofocus, because it... Like, my wife's little chihuahua shit would like... Well, you'd see, like, her tail, and it would fuck with the autofocus. Like, it's like, God damn it. Autofocus, it's just too sensitive.
I don't normally have that problem in here, though, because I lock... Or, not lock it, but
Well,
I close the door and all that
But
shit.
you also do have 3 people on camera
Yeah.
right now. If you're one guy,
No problems.
it's
yeah.
probably fine. But with 3 people in the room and we all move independently of each other, it's going to get irritating.
Audio Dragon was so hard to watch Roomby play this. Why is that? If I tip you $5 again, will Mike put on a kilt? If we had a kilt here with us, we could make a kilt.
Do we have a plaid blanket?
We don't. I have a cape.
It's not the same.
Actually, I wonder.
Is it a plaid cape?
Why would I keep a cape that's not plaid?
Because plaid's actually like the worst color for a cape. It's like,
No, it's not. It's black. It's a black cape.
it is not.
Oh, cool. You can change it to first or third person for aiming.
Oh,
Simmons, the Twitch link on the YouTube video is to Max's channel. Yeah, it's in the video, but not in the description.
Yeah,
So.
I've tried to do that, but I couldn't.
Somebody hop over to Max's channel and tell those poor lost bastards to come over here.
those poor sad bastards. I'll run one of mine over. Plaid is the worst color for a flag. You take that back. Is there any flag that's plaid? There should be. There should be a plaid flag.